I got to put this onto my page because we have a lot of video demonstrations on our page showing our products. This is our new screen paint, which is our first things first, and we announce who I am. My name is Kenneth Bird. My company is ILEG Technology Screens. Our product here is called, or actually ILE Technology Screens Infusion Light Energy Gain, to break that down. Our company, the product we have here that's been available today, or available yesterday, is called our ILEG, and this will be our, I'm trying to make sure the surface doesn't fall off my screen. This is our Ultimate Black Cinematic. It's our new screen paint, our last screen paint. We're not making any more after this. And right now, I wanted to say this for last. We got the certified screens are coming in, but I'm going to get these done right now. So this is going to be directly on the shopping cart. So you can check it out among the other demonstrations that we posted back in our products on so many different levels. Now, our products range under, the screen paint runs under the, I think, $400 mark. That's what it costs. And our screen paints are kits. And what we're doing is we're doing a demonstration against daylight screens. We have several dark screens, and we have one which is the daylight parallax 0.8 screen. So let's begin the demonstration first. Let's get our white levels first. Oh, wrong mouse. Begin with. Right, let's start with white levels first. And projector we use in the demonstration is a $60 Chrissy LW400. It's just in eco mode right now. And as you can see with all the lighting we have in the environment, we're in the office. Office lights have around 24,000 lumens in the ceiling. So I have plenty of light in here to play. Let me bring this up a little bit more in my stand. There we go, much better. All right, so I'm gonna start off with white screen first. White screen. All right, so keep in mind, as I said, our technology, sorry about the cracker box, only I can find right now. Our technology is 100% black, as you can see, and that's where our white levels lay at. Now, when people sit there and say, well, you know, hey, my paint is under $400. Those screens, on the other hand, will cost you thousands of dollars. And keep in mind, I only spent $50 for my projector on top of that. So this is why we prove our weight in gold on what our technology can do by putting it against high-grade, high professional certified screens in well-lit environments. Okay, let's go over to green screen. And there's our product against the green screen. We should have, sorry for a minute, that surface, which is the daylight screen, needs to be in the center because it has that reflective surface, and we definitely want to make sure, don't do that, we want to make sure that we do this 100% correctly because they do have that reflective surface and they need to be in the center because the camera swings to the side, the darkness will screen. Nice. To make sure that lays perfectly flat because if there's any areas that don't lay flat, what's going to happen is it can get dark around the screen, and that's unfair. to them. All right. All right, let's go over to red screen. We start up with the basics first. Red screen. All right. Blue screen. Screen. Okay. Purple screen. Purple screen. Okay. All right. Now, for those who understand with the gray screens, the fact that our screen is keeping up with no problem, still producing a much darker purple, a better purple, but still keeping up due to the fact, keep in mind, our screen is 100% black. We're not anywhere in the gray category. In fact, we're able to maintain a darker purple with no problem. Let's go over to our slow color changer. Slow color changer. This is going to give us multiple colors. Changes out. Get past our commercials first. Uh-oh. I think we got one running. We got one running. I was like, nope. We gotta get this test done. Now, the one in the middle is the daylight parallax, the 0.8. That one is about $5,000 to $7,000. Ones we have from left to right are probably roughly around, I say, $1,000, like $1,300, $1,400. What is that one right there? Just does not want to stay. Let's get another one up there. Since this doesn't seem to want to play nice up there. Everything else is in there. One side just does not want to play nice. Okay. Now as we slow color change your lights out. Show both sides. So that means that the one in the middle is the most expensive one. That's the one that will cost customers $5,000 to $7,000. And either way, at the ones on each side, which are the gray screens, I'll be back. With the fight with this today. That's what this is going to be, a fight today. Make the tabs bigger this time. Not much very nice. We'll get them up there. Gotta use bigger tabs, we use bigger tabs. You got way bigger tabs up there. So they're up there. All right, let's begin again. So, like I said before, the gray screens on either side are going to be nowhere near under $400. Not going to happen. These are high-end grade screens, and they're darker ones too. So they're going to cost a little bit more money. So that's what I mean by you have to be able to prove your product's weight in gold on how much you show the value of that product. All right. Let's go bring white screen up again in the dark. White screen. So white screen level again in the dark. As you see, the black technology is picking up a higher white level than both the screens. This one's almost a little bit to ours. This one's much lighter because it's a higher gain, and this one over here, we're actually brighter than that one. But again, when it comes to the color, no problem at all. Let's go with 4K Snow Screensavers. See how we blend in. On. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the whole strip and then come back and do lights on and go back. Because back and forth will take me all day. All right, let's go back in. Let's grab ourselves another one. Cover that. Well, if you go to a form site involving these surfaces, man, they would definitely be shocked. Definitely shocked. Look how high the white levels are on that black technology, and that's next to a gray screen. Look at that. Look at that. That's a certified gray screen. That screen costs you maybe $1,300–1,400. That's how high that technology is able to pull that level that high to blend into a dark gray screen. That's why I say if you call yourself making a darker mix at the end of the day, to go against this, you won't win it. These are certified. These are high performance screens. Whole different type of technology. And again, I can't express enough. Well, basically, they already know they're not ambient light rejection. I literally had someone write it on a container that they weren't ambient light rejection, but they were trying to challenge the screen that was ambient light rejection. I don't know how that even works. But I took the lights out. How amazing that product looks. Now, let's put the lights on. That's very important to do that too. People skip these ones. They'll skip this particular demonstration with the lights on. You have to do both of them. Color, everything has to be done with the lights on. So you can see our technology is picking up an amazing white level. That's the difference. So you would think these screens right here definitely have high advantage because they're much lighter than my screen. And bring it back again to block some of that screen. I told you that the screen paint was extremely powerful. We're not joking. Any gunmetal technology can't take the screen off. So it means my customers save a lot of money. Let's go back over here. Let's come back with the lights on. Let's go back up. So at one of our kits costing at around $247. That's for 120 inch. Do you have any idea what 120 inch costs with that screen in the center? $7,000. That's what it would cost you. $7,000. Our customers have a screen technology that would cost them $247. Even our kit that costs $672 paints the screen size to 180 inches. Do you know how much money 180 inches that surface will cost you? A lot of money. Consider the fact that a DMP Supernova, Infinity, or Blade at 180 inches is $17,000. And they're older screens. That's a newer technology. On top of that, with these screens, I don't know about the gray one, but I know this one right here, you can't use ultra short though with them. They have a special ultra short though screen with them. So you'll pay a little bit more money for the ultra short though setup. Ours is compatible with everything besides the knockoff projectors. We don't support those. All right, let's go over here and let's get those black levels. Starfield screensaver. I can see where it thinks Garfield. And when it comes to contrast, well, you can't beat a black screen. So that means that technology just now just displayed outstanding color levels. It displayed outstanding white levels, and it displayed contrast level that high grade certifies can't even see. Let's turn the lights out. Maybe the darker grays may have a little bit, might work a little better, but still, all in all, they are still producing gray. And the screen in the middle, which is the most expensive one, doesn't match your screen in any way whatsoever. Now, because you're in the dark, you think, okay, so the screens are actually producing black. No, if you can't produce black with the lights on, you definitely ain't producing with the lights off. You're just masking it. You're hiding it. That's all you're doing. Just because someone hides behind a door doesn't mean they disappeared. It means you're still behind the door. Partial lighting. For those who use the controlled environments. Skyworth food demonstration. Did they get it right? They never get it right. What did they give me? Sky food demonstration? Skyworth, not Ward. Skyworth food demonstration. Did we butcher again? Skyworth. Oh my goodness. Hold on for a minute. Skyworth food demonstration. You don't hear the TH and when I say it? Gee whiz, Louise. We'll take the long way. I want to do full lights on this one. Anyway, I can bet like that on my part. Now, lights on. Background, there we go, perfect. Now, I've seen people try to do certified screens. Whenever a contractor comes up, they turn the lights out. They're not supposed to do that. You have to be in a fully lit environment. You're talking about a screen that has a 0.8, 0.9, 0.7, whatever it may have. They have high gains on them. So the fact that you had to belittle the technology by sticking it in your dark environment because your screen cannot maintain that well-lit environment is basically a failed attempt. And the company may see that and file a lawsuit against you because, again, you're downgrading their screen to make yours look good. You have to do it in a fully lit environment. Very important. Now for these, I'm going to do separate the high performance screen in the middle. Show it worth $7,000. We'll figure exactly what's the highest we can get on that screen. Let's see. Daylight Chapter. Let's see what the price for 120 versus 120 kits. So 120 kit is $247. I got a couple people and me sending this off too. They're making orders today for their kits. Well, mind you, as I said before, with these screens, you're not taking these outside. They're not designed for outside. That's not going to happen. Our technology goes outside. Our stuff works with projector mapping applications. This is not going to work with projector mapping application. You have to read black for projector mapping application. We can apply ours to a floor. You're not applying that to a floor. We can also apply it to a ceiling. You're not applying that to a ceiling whatsoever. There's a lot of things you can't do with that. And it costs far more than our screens right now. And depending on if it's ultra short throw compatible or not, if it does require an ultra short throw screen, ultra short throw screens cost more than the screen that's a long throw. It's a luxury item. Any screen that doesn't produce the Infinity One automatically means you definitely have to have a projector with a higher contrast in order to fix those problems, and that's going to cost you more money too. So let me switch my microphone over here. I want to see what one would cost me at 120 inch, 120 inch size, and 120 inch size for the Daylight Parallax. Now this link is going to be posted, directed in every shopping cart. We have all links in there. We have links for paint down demonstrations, smooth paint down demonstrations, gray and white versus our screens, certified versus our screens. You'll see these in here. And of course, fast and easy paint down demonstrations. All those links are loaded into the site. Let me see. I want to go with nice city skyline. So we made the statement, most powerful screen paint on the market. We're not joking. I tested just about every certified screen I could get my hands on. I know quite a bit about their technology, and I can tell you right now, That technology right there can take every single one of them. And we're showing you 3 at the same time. 2 versions of dark gray and the certified in the middle, the high grade gunmetal. So to my customers who made their purchases for the product, they're going to have a high grade screen. Imagine what that thing looks like in our backyard at the end of the day. I got my other buddy coming in. He's getting 10 gallons. He's already been advertising already about the new product. He's doing installs with it. Yes, he's mentioning our company's name. He's doing installs. As fast as that stuff takes to apply on, how many backyards you could run through with that stuff? I hope nobody went out and did some demonstrations making false claims that our product came too dark. We're sitting here with all that certified sitting against the screen in our super ultra bright office on our $50 720p projector in eco mode. Black screen. 100% black screen. That would be the hardest test you will ever have to do when you're facing a black technology. You have to read black itself. And you have to do it in a fully lit environment. Because, again, taking out the lights are cheating. Sony 1-hour demonstration. We need the transition screen. There we go. Take that. Next month, we will start showing off theater on the go. These are the portable 40, 50-inch screens, projectors, and Bluetooths. Speakers, take them anywhere you want. We'll have a different coating attached to them. These are going to be part of our physical screen collections. Now, does the daylight screen work? It does. We're going to do a whole white surface on here and show you their product next to a white surface. It does exactly what it's designed to do. The difference is this is a more superior technology. It does do its job, put against a white screen. Don't take it any gray screen. Any other paints we have, we tested against. It did a fantastic job. I mean, it can read here. A gray screen can't read here. I mean, really? I'm not trying to be rude here, but for people at the end of the day who have these gray screens in great denial, All I have to do is buy your paint, paint you to that surface, and take my black roller and just run right across your screen. And I guarantee you, I can show better white levels, contrast, and color right on your screen. I don't even got to paint the full screen in. Just take a roller and just run it right across there. Just spell my name into the screen. I guarantee you. So imagine if I take your product and I write the word better into the screen and only our sub picks up. Let's get that. Got that transition coming up. But they know that the transition's coming up. We got to come back and rewind that. So I'm not in the mood. I don't want to be embarrassing people. I don't want to do that. You know, I try to keep things on a professional, but sometimes people need that reality check. They need it. If you don't give them that reality check, they'll just keep on doing the same thing over and over again. But that's what the consequences you'll face. If you end up in any of the areas where we do demonstrations, I can literally take that paint and write the word better into the screen, and I guarantee you, whatever that brush hits, whatever that paint hits, our product will produce better color, better contrast, and better white levels. Don't be turning that product dark. That's virtually impossible. That screen sitting in the middle has a 0.8 gain sitting on top of it. But that's when we get people that are in denial. We get them in form sites all the time. We get those people of denial in form sites all the time. As a matter of fact, I'll do you one better. You can write it in yourself. Put that in the live stream so we can all watch it. They don't want to do that one either. Nope. So I don't know what you want. You don't want to do it, you don't want to do it, you don't want to do it, but you want to fuss. I don't have time to entertain it. We're going to go through the transition right now. There you go. See? This is what's required of a black screen. This is the test they had to do. And from what I've seen on some products like the Series C, no testing. Wherever that mess is going on in that apartment over there at the ceiling where I don't know what that mess is. No testing. These tests are extremely important. So all the tests we just ran, all the demonstrations we just did, that's why they're important. To be able to show what the product can do. That's why when you go to our marketplace, you see a bunch of links, you see a ton of black versus black demonstrations, you see test demonstrations, whole entire pages of testing. Everybody else, nothing there. Now this technology, yeah, it's been tested. This is certified technology. This is a whole different category of screen. We would never put this in the category of a gray screen paint. Not ever, not in a million years. This is a totally different form of technology. Far more better than your typical gray screen. Somebody says saving you thousands. How are you saving thousands? You can't even beat one of these. Can't even overpower one of these screens. How are you saving thousands? If I got thousands to spend, convince me. You can't convince me because your screen can't take on one of those. So I would just buy the money for one of those. But when you come against me, I'm a different story at the end of the day. I can convince you. On my page in here, we will be posting our contract. Now, we have a contract, for those who knows, for those people who feel they need to talk too much, that contract is a challenge contract, which means if you feel at the end of the day that our technology is what we say it is, and all this is smoke and mirrors, we challenge you in a court of law. Mind you, these challenges have now reached $1 million, which means if you're not able to back up your claims and statements, or you feel that we can't back it up, you owe our company $1 million. I'll be posting that directly to the site with the contract so everybody can see what it is, read through it, what's it all about. If you feel that you were lying in all these demonstrations, feel free to sign. We'll see you in court. We're the only website who has that contract in it, because we're the only ones who can back it. See, at the end of the day, we can stand behind our products 100%. We can offer guarantees that no one else can offer. We can even put up a $500,000 or $1 million contract backing our products, knowing that we don't even have the money. We can do that. You know why? Because we can back our stuff 100%. We have the best shipping policy, the best testing. Our technology does things that other projection screens just can't do. When we announce our product as being the best of the best, it is what it is. As you see right there, that's God's blessing. Does my Lord not represent? Yes, he does. He represents. Let's go get this real quick. I'm going to grab the LG Beta Fish. No, I'm going to do the, which one is it? Give me the other one. Give me the black background Beta Fish. Yeah, we do a lot of testing to make sure our products work. Can't do a hunt for this thing. You got to hunt for it. Now we did the color demonstration. Lights on, lights off. Contrast, lights on, off. All these demonstrations have to be done with lights on, because it should be done that way. People will fake these demonstrations, stick them in the dark. Not these companies. These companies, I've watched your demonstration. They do look ambient light controlled environments, but their environments are a bit more better lit than you would see with the gray screens. And gray screens don't do well because they're not ambient light projection technology. They're not in any way whatsoever. They don't possess it. A 0. And if you say you have a 2.0, a 2.0 gain is extremely low. Back then it wasn't, now it is. It's very low. And they don't even have that. Claiming to have that, they don't have it. If you had a 2.0 gain, I mean, you can survive in some light. Some light you can pick up. All right, that's fantastic. Next demonstration, we're just going to do the high grade certified only. So we're going to compare this to our, now we don't want to come off. Before we just fall off left and right, now we don't want to come off. We're going to compare this to our kit of for 120. Over next. Oh, I can get the price of these. Hold on, I know which one these are. That one in the middle, that seems to be sitting up there quite nicely. I want to be accurate on the price on how much these would cost. Let me see. Go to my computer. Let's see what these will cost. This has a 1.1 gain. So this material is for a tension screen. Let's see, if I want to do, let me see, price, I'll do 100, I'm going to do 120, 20 inch. All right, this is one we have. This is what I have right here. I'm going to show you. It's a contour. All right. Now, our surface for our screen at the price we have for $247, this is 120 inch right here, as you can see, it's 120 inch. We could do it 235.1. 235.1 at 20 ounces. You could do at 235.1, 113, 150 inches would be in that range right there. So, for that surface, would cost you around, I was way under, that's about $1,500. No, it's way more than that. It's around $3,487 for the surface we have here. That's what it would cost me for that surface if I did it in 235.1. Okay, let me see. That's just the surface right there. Samples. But that's what that would cost you. Now, let's go over to this one. This is the other one I had right here. With a gray screen. This has a 1.0 gain sitting on top of it. Let's grab this one. Wrong keyboard. Let's see. CTS. So CTS. CTX. DX. Zero price. These are for electrical screens. So this material they gave me, this is for electrical screens. tension electric too. This must be the service for these things. So this one is going to cost around that price, $8,810.40. Let's see if we can get this. I wonder if they have enough fixed frame, 120 inch. Maybe it's cheap. So, in a range of fixed frame screens, the Parallax, which we have here already, that's sitting against my screen right now, the Parallax is for fixed frame is $5,749. That's the one sitting on my screen right now, if you got it in a fixed frame. See, that's Screen Innovation. So apparently the material they gave me is for tension. It's for a tension. If I did a tension screen, that would be the material for that. So it is roughly $8,000. It can't be that much money. That's a lot of money for a projection screen. We don't have the UBT. The only one that's coming up is the tensions are coming up on that. Gee whiz Louise. I was way off. I'm thinking like $1,500. Like, it's gotta be like $1,500. I ain't even gonna be that expensive. That is insane. So I had a tension motorized projection screen at 120 inches. It roughly probably cost me around $1,000 or so for. I mean about $2,000 for one at 120 because the tensions are expensive. And code over that, I still come up short than $8,000. I still would come up less than $8,000. And then the screen we painted can take that screen on. This is what we call doing the math 101, people. Sure way, Louise. And this is the surface we have right now. That's what we have sitting up there right now. That right there for 120 inch. And as you see, the screen's not black. We have it right here, it's not black. That screen right there, we have sitting up there would cost you $5,749 for 120 inch of that technology. And our kit cost us how much? $247. Yeah, see any more. Now you know why big companies contact us, right? You reach out to us and contact us, and it's right. I got a little talk with you. So they're not threatening anything. They're very nice and all. That's why companies want us to sell out. Because in their heads, they believe that a paint could not take on a physical certified screen. And we proved them wrong. And we're doing this in a ton of lighting on top of that. A projector cost me $50. That's how much that surface costs. For any gray screen out there, no, forget it. Like I said, I can just take my roller and just put a dot on your screen and take your screen out that quick. Because pick up better color, we pick up better contrast in your screen, and you can't operate in here. Those screens can operate in here. They do well in here, but they can't compete with their stuff. All right, we're done on this one. This is going to be linked to the website. I'm going to do another one strictly on this one. Hope you enjoy. Thank you for your time. For those who place orders for our technology, enjoy. Gotta go and God bless.